Hello and welcome back to another episode of Random Class Generator. It's an episode where we use random.org and we generate ourselves a random class to use in Battlefield 4. Last episode was a live episode, so if you want to check that out, go back and look, links in the description if you missed it, so yeah, go check that out. So today, the weapon we got is the LSAT. This is the LMG in the support class, and the secondary we got is the MP443, cheeky little sidearm, not too shabby. So let's talk about the LSAT. Let's go for the basic stats. 650 rounds per minute, definitely not the highest in the LMG class. It's not the lowest either, actually. Looking at the U100 with about 510 rounds per minute. But 650 is kind of in the middle, kind of medium. Not amazing, it's okay. The damage is 24 max, 18 minimum. One of the lower damaging LMGs in the support class, I believe. I think that's the minimum damage they kind of ever do. It's kind of the same as the AWS and things like that. It's got a favourable reload time of about 5 seconds. Not amazingly quick, but not slow. It's not too bad for an LMG. It's actually alright. The recoil of the weapon is extremely easy to control. Anybody can pick up this weapon and use it. I'm not even joking. This weapon is so good just for trying to hit people at range. It's fairly accurate. It's easy to control. Nothing really that wrong with it in terms of being able to use and pick up and try out the weapon. It's fairly easy to control. So yeah, you should give it a little try if you're struggling with an LMG, maybe to pick up maybe. It's never going to be any good at close range at all. I mean, the rate of fire is very low. It's not going to help you at all. 650 rounds per minute is not good at all, and the damage isn't exactly high. It's not like it's the M60 or something like that, which compensates for its low rate of fire with higher damage. It doesn't have that. It compensates for its low rate of fire by having easy to control recoil, which means it's good at range. The MP443, I didn't really get to use this too much, but yeah, it's a solid kind of like spam fire pistol, if you know what I mean. Also, going back to the LSAT real quick, I have to mention it only has 100 round magazine. You might be like, come on man, 100? 100, damn. It's still a lot of bullets, okay? 100 is still a considerable amount more than most other weapons in the game, but I still feel like 200 would have been so much better. It would have been so much better. I mean, you're trying to use this weapon at range to pop people off, to get the headshots, you're trying to be accurate, and you feel like if it just had 200, you'd be able to get a couple more kills occasionally. It's kind of annoying. I mean, like, you can still go through like 4, 5, 6 people before you have to reload, but 200 would have been perfect for this weapon. It would have made it so much better. I feel like some people just got away at the last second because they couldn't quite get the last bullet onto them, and they just about scraped away, which was rather annoying, to be honest. So yeah. That's what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do. So in terms of attachments, I got the PKS. It's a 1x holographic sight. I absolutely hate this sight. It's just awful. Like, the dot in the middle is okay, but the little rings around the outside are bloody annoying. I can't see where my bullets are going. It just seems to take up too much space where I want to look where my bullets are going. It really didn't help me. It made my shots really fucking awkward to try and hit people with. Personally, I would not recommend this sight at all, particularly if you're going for a ranged combat. It's not worth it at all. The only other attachment I got no other attachments on the weapon. The only other attachments I got is the laser light combo, which is entirely useless and is completely pointless for me. Hipfire isn't already that great. It's an LMG, so hipfire isn't really a major concern for this weapon at all. I'm never going to find myself hipfiring it at all. Only in very panicky situations, which don't come too often with this gun because you're sitting back. And if you switch to the light, it's just giving you away, particularly on maps like Dawnbreaker or Locker, where people will be able to see you through the smoke and just pop you. Yeah, it's not worth trying out. Just don't even bother. Don't even bother. In terms of overall recommendations for it, I'd probably either pick like a regular red dot sight like the Cobra or Coyote or whatever. Maybe a 4x. It could be alright with a 4x on some maps. Or the magnifier might be really good as well. The 2x, switching up to the 2x. I would try and go for either a stubby or vertical grip to try and reduce the hip fire just a little bit, or maybe reduce the first shot recoil a little bit. It's kind of your dependent. There isn't really much you can really put on there as such to make it a little bit better. I mean, its downsides are kind of things that can't change in game, and it's already really good at recoil. So yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to further its strengths, put on like a potato grip or something like that, and just reduce recoil even further if that's something you want to do. For the barrel, I wouldn't really have anything else. It doesn't really help it. Either hinders it in some way, or it gives you an effect that makes it worse. Well, actually I already said that, but it makes it worse. Like, the suppressor isn't going to help you. The velocity is going to get reduced. It's not going to be that great. I would go for the flash hide to try and hide you at range from people. They won't be able to see you when you shoot them. So yeah, in terms of overall tactics, of course, I recommend that you sit back with the weapon. You don't push at all. try and sit back, find yourself in a spot, be more conservative, be more passive about your playstyle, allow people to come onto you, to make the move onto you, so you sit back, you're already in position to take them out. Don't go rushing too much, or if you do, don't go as fast as you would regularly with a gun. The rate of fire and the damage is going to let you down a little bit. You have to be as accurate as possible with this gun. Tap fire like a motherfucker. 2 little bursts, 3 little bursts, just tap fire. Just try and hit people from range. You can hit people from 100 meters plus with this gun. You just have to be accurate with it. So just tap fire, take your time, be patient, and just allow people, if you want people to come onto you, make them make the move onto you, make them make the mistake. Don't rush into rooms, into people. I recommend either always have the ammo box, ammo box is absolutely vital. Do not go support and not use the ammo box. Everybody needs ammo at some point in the game. You'll need ammo, anyone needs ammo. So always take the ammo box. And I personally took C4, I took out a bunch of vehicles with the C4. C4 felt really good with this class, particularly if you're on the top of the roofs, camping, shooting people, killing people. C4 is absolutely perfect for this class. I feel like you can always try the UCAV or the XM25s, but personally I prefer the C4. It's something good. You can sabotage the elevators, you can drop it onto the roads, blow people up, lure people into traps, blow up the buildings, so you have to rush in. I think C4 suits this weapon really well. So overall, the gun, I give it a 5 out of 10. It wasn't dreadful, I didn't mind using it, but I always felt like there are alternative guns that are much more superior at what they do. Either they're better at range, better damage, or better rate of fire, which I think is more important for the support class rather than this gun, which the recoil is, I mean, it's okay, it's not too bad. It's kind of the gun that's the ranged kind of gun in the LMG class, but you feel like there's weapons that you'd rather just have that'd be more important in the class to you. It's not the worst one by far. It's just a solid weapon. It's definitely not the worst LMG. There are worse LMGs out there, but they're just better. LMGs with either better rates of fire or damage. It's kind of in this really kind of awkward middle ground where it's not either really that good, but it's not terrible. So yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's worth trying out, I think. But yeah, the attachment to lay it down, maybe I can go to a 6, maybe a 7 at best, I think, out of 10. But overall, it was alright. Nothing too shabby, but nothing awful in the end of the day. So that's the way it's going to be. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you later. Goodbye.